Hey, you guys. Hey, y'all. I'm back. I just wanted to come talk to y'all real quick before I go to bed, before we close our eyes and go to sleep tonight. Just for a little bit. I kind of got my life together a little bit, but I still have a lot of work to do. But before I wind down and go over to the side and get this work done, I said, you know what, let me come over here and talk to my babies for a minute, because I haven't talked to y'all all day long. Because talking to you guys through text is not the same. It's just not the same. You know what I mean? So I just want to come in here and just talk to you guys and love on you guys and things like that, because I had a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that I went through today, you guys, I know that it's minimal or whatever, because, you know, yeah, you temporarily blocked out and all that, and that's fine. But the stuff that I went through today and the stuff that I've been going through for the past 2 weeks or so has taught me a valuable lesson. You know what I mean? And that is to say that it's telling me that I need to get back into my normal routine. You know what I mean? And like I was telling you guys before, it is very difficult to maintain to be positive. You know what I mean? It is very difficult to do that. Because sometimes you have different situations and different type of people or things like that kind of deter you and break you down, you know what I'm saying, and will literally put you at a halt, you know what I'm saying, because you sitting here trying to figure out, okay, what is it that I'm doing wrong, you know what I'm saying, and even though you know you're not doing anything wrong, you know what I'm saying, because by the time I got back home and kind of, like I said, got myself together, I just sent my husband out to the store, and I just told him, look, I need you to go to the store and find what's open. I need my prayer candles. I need all this stuff so I can have it back in my house. I haven't had it in my house for a while, and I don't know if that's breaking my spirit or what, but I need to get my routine back on deck, because I don't get it. I understand how people can be, you know what I'm saying, and I understand how life can be, and everybody is not the same, and you have people that are positive, people that want to be positive, people that's trying to be positive, and then you have people that just don't want to be positive at all and don't want to see somebody positive. So I'm just questioning this, like, I can't, you know what I'm saying, I can't describe this feeling, you know what I'm saying, that I've been dealing with for the past 34 days. I cannot describe this feeling. I know that it's a movement, and I know that it's something that God is working on in me, and I'm not perfect, nor I ever will be. You know what I'm saying? I will continue to be positive, but speak my mind and be myself. However, let me take these off because I keep moving and I ain't got time. However, you know what I mean? While I'm trying to accomplish these things, you have these people who just continuously try to break you down. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I can talk to y'all. You know what I mean? I'm comfortable. You know what I mean? So I can talk about certain things. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like it's no need to talk about it, but maybe that's why it affects me so much, because I don't talk about it. You know what I mean? And whatever happens, and I just deal with it. You know what I mean? But on that note, like I said, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to let anybody like discourage me from doing whatever it is that I want to do in my heart, whatever I feel in my heart. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to give it to God. You know what I mean? But the thing is that sometimes, and I'm the type of person, I am full of faith. I've always, you know what I'm saying, from the time I can remember, even growing up as a child, you know what I mean, I've always been that person who's been optimistic and said, you know what, the glass is half full instead of saying the glass is half empty. You know what I'm saying? And so I always give it to God. But you have these moments in your life where you just start to wonder, like, what is it that's so bad? You know what I mean? That the person that's trying to do what they're doing is, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to do something good. They're trying to do something inspirational. They're trying to do something to make other people feel good. You know what I mean? Because we all go through things in our life where we need that talk, you know what I mean? Or we need that person to say, hey, you know what? It's going to be all right. You know what I mean? It don't always have to be your family, your friends, your homegirl. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody that you don't know. And so, like I said, I don't understand quite fully yet. You know what I mean? I'm getting it, but I haven't quite got it yet. You know what I mean? I'm at the point where I know that, and I don't even want to get emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't want to get emotional. But a lot of things that I go through on a daily basis, you know what I mean? A lot of these things are not seen. A lot of these things are, you know what I'm saying, are just you know what I'm saying, they're just behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And so it seems like the more I go through things on my own, personally, physically, mentally, you know what I'm saying, things like that, it inspires me to want to continue to fight. So this thing that I'm doing has been therapeutic for me. It really has. You know what I mean? It's like, it's to a point where I can't even really go a day without doing it. You know what I mean? And when people message me back and say, oh, you know what? Like, you're such a sweet person, and I really needed to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, I was going through this and going through that. It makes you feel like whatever it is you're doing for a purpose. Like I said, when I started to come on here, it was for me to become comfortable with networking. Right. God is real. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm still trying to figure it all out. You know what I'm saying? Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to come on here and, you know what I'm saying, be politically correct. I don't want to come on here and be like, you know, no shade, but I don't want to come up here with my, hey Marvin, you know what I mean, with my Bible open. Nothing's wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a high believer in God. I really am. And I'm very spiritual, like I always say. I'm highly spiritual. I just have situations where I wrestle with my religion because of the way I've been burned. But when it comes to God, I know that there's a God. I know that there's an awesome God. But like I say, for this last month, last 34 days to be exact, going on 35, it's been like this unexplainable feeling. You know what I mean? And it seems as if the more I come on here, the more I try to be positive, the more I try to get things done, the more I try to help, the more I try to inspire, the more people just continue to break me down. They want to harass me. They want to say, oh, you know what? You're not sick and you're just doing this and everything you're doing is fake. I get harassed every single day. I don't even, you know, I'm only talking about this because my husband ain't here. Like, I get harassed every day, and sometimes I'll just block them, delete them. You know what I mean? And I won't say anything. You know what I mean? But sometimes you need to vent. Sometimes you need that outlet. Sometimes you just need to let it all out. And I'm saying this to say, don't let somebody break your spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being holier than thou. You know what I'm saying? We were created in sin. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to fall short. We're going to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to always choose to do the right things and say the right things and act the right way all the time. You know what I mean? And you get to a point in time where you get sick of living in this world of judgment. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. And I really do feel like God got me. You know, but when you're dealing with 10 years of being sick, you know what I'm saying? And being down every day, you know, and I question, like, what is my purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a I'm a good girl. I'm a good wife. I'm a good mom. I'm a good sister. I'm a good daughter. I'm a good niece. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good friend. What is my purpose? Why is it that people feel like they want to poke and probe at somebody that's doing everything right? Right, auntie? And it's like they just continuously want to break you down. You know what I mean? So part of this is just me doing it because I was led to do this. I felt like it was needed. It's not about me getting views. You know what I'm saying? I'm on here and I'm like, hey, I'm excited if I get 20 views, if I get 10 views. You know what I'm saying? I always say the same thing. If I had 10 people in my living room right now, that would be a whole heap of people. So why would I sit here and want to just get up here and just front? You know what I mean? Just to get a whole lot of viewers for what? For you not being yourself. Like, this is genuinely me. People that know me know that this is me. I'm never going to change. I'm always going to be me. I'm always going to motivate people. I'm always going to be, inspirational. I'm never going to tell anybody anything negative. I'm never going to tell anybody something that I've never been through. You know what I'm saying? If I haven't been through it, I'm going to tell you, hey, I don't know, but we could figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to come on here and act like I know everything, because I don't know everything. But you don't have to know everything in order to let somebody know that, you know what I'm saying, that they're going to be okay. Hold on for 1 second. I knew that was going to happen. I'm on live. Huh? I'm on live. So, I don't get it. I'm over it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm just disappointed.
Shut up.
I'm just disappointed because it's just like, if anybody could see the amount of work that I put in on a daily basis. I mean, I put in so much work, you guys, that I kind of put my business to the side. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm at the point now to where every time I pick up my, the stuff of my business, I sit it down so that I can come back here. And so, like I always say, I'm not going to stop the flow. You know what I mean? Because if I stop the flow, then I'm stopping my blessings and where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? So my business is okay. It's going to be there. You know what I mean? I prepared for this. You know what I mean? If it doesn't take off whenever, that's fine. But I'm going to continue to do what I need to do. Right. It's a very hard, very difficult thing. It's mentally exhausting. You know what I mean? I find that for me, doing this helps me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about me getting on here like, woe is me, because I'm not that type of person. But when you sit here all day and all you can do is just sit here and just allow it to control you and take over you. And all you can do is just sit here and just ride through it. You know what I'm saying? It's very depressing. You know what I'm saying? When I know that I was just not put on this earth to just sit here and not do anything. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the 4 degrees that I have. It has nothing to do with anything like that. But like I said, if I can help one person, then I'm doing my job. So on that note, like, people just need to get a grip. Sorry, you guys, my phone wrong. But yeah, people just need to get a grip. You know what I mean? And it just hit me all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna just come on here and just say what I was gonna say and just say goodnight. But as I'm sitting, oh babe, can you give Trina the keys? She at the gate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? As I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, she just want the keys.
Just this keys?
Her car keys, yeah.
Okay.
She's trying to call me, but I'm on live right now. But hey, sis. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all, this is something I can't describe. I'm not trying to get emotional. I'm just not trying to get emotional. However, like I said, as I was getting myself together, I just came in the door. I just found out that my live was unblocked. You know what I mean? And as I'm sitting there washing my face and pinning my hair up, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm like, sometimes it just gets heavy. You know what I'm saying? And today is just one of them days. So it just, like I said, it just lets me know that I just need to get back into my regimen and get my prayer candles back up and do my meditation so that I can stay strong, you know, for myself, and then therefore I can stay strong for you guys. You know what I mean? But folks will literally try to break you down. You know what I mean? Right. I'm doing this, sis. I'm doing it, but you know what? You just get these days where, and you know what? All day long today, even though I was very upset and I was a little bit deterred, because it's okay to be deterred sometimes, but it was just like, as time was going on, and I was really, really trying, like, if I can give y'all a glimpse in my house and what I was going through sitting here on this couch with my husband, and I'm going back and forth to see how I could get to you guys, and how could I go to Periscope to link this, and how could I do that. And the more I tried to do it, the devil said, no, 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 no. Thank you. And it was just one of them moments, man. You know what I mean? I'm at the point where I'm tired of just, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like, when you just hide behind what you deal with on a daily basis, and you put on this front, and you're like, you know what, I'm okay. And sometimes you have to tell yourself, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. And sometimes you just have to say, you know what, I'm not okay. You know what I mean? And I do that, and I stay busy. You know what I mean? I do that, Marvin. I stay busy. But when you're human, it hits you. And so, like I said, when I came on live to start doing this, initially it was for my business. You know what I mean? To network and all that other stuff. But like I said, the God that I serve said, okay, you're going to do this for your business, but I just need you to come over here for a while and work on this. Don't worry about the business. It's going to be there, and I'm going to take care of you, and I'm going to make sure that that goes through. But I need you to come over here and love on some people and motivate some people, and you know what I'm saying? Share your strength and your encouragement and all those beautiful words that you speak, and spread the love. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm doing. But like I said, this is a therapeutic outlet for me. So this is a way for me to vent, you know what I mean? Because if I wasn't on here, you know what I mean, would I be working on my business? Yeah, I'd be working on it, but I'd be in the bed all day. I don't even sit in my living room. This has actually helped me to come out of my bedroom. Right? This has actually helped me to sit in my living room, to work in my living room, to get on. I would never be on live. Anybody that knows me knows that I would never be physically on live. But let me tell y'all, they kind of had your girl today. You know what I mean? And a part of that is because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of internal stress will build up. And so I'm saying this to say, when you get a chance, you know what I'm saying, because this is what's been kind of pulling me through for the last 10 years, ever since I found out that I was sick. Find a quiet spot. Find something that brings you peace of mind. For me, the thing that brings me peace of mind, I have to make sure that all my prayer candles are lit in my house. If somebody blows it out, I go off. Do not blow it out. Let it burn out until it's done. You know what I mean? I have to have my oil burners. I have to have my incense. I haven't had that in the last 2 weeks. So maybe that's partially why I've been like all scrambled up in the head and all over the place. I don't know. But the fact that people will sit there and poke and probe at you and say mean and hurtful things every single day to try to break somebody down that's doing something nice, that's trying to inspire people, that's trying to do something, they will just literally just try to break you down. And I'm not that type of person. You know what I mean? I'm a pretty strong person. You know what I'm saying? I have very tough skin. But don't poke at something that's very difficult for me to deal with. You know what I mean? You have some people that come up and lie and say, oh, you know, I got this, or and they don't have it. You know what I mean? But yes, you're right, sis. I have some too, and I'm gonna light it tonight.
Want your hot dog paper one?
One. And I'm gonna light my sage. You know what I mean? I just gotta get my mo back in. But it just amazes me how people will just continuously try to break people down. And this happens to me on a daily basis. For the last 34 days I've been on here, it has not been one day, not one day, I haven't had a break yet, that people has not came and said horrifying things, nasty things, crazy things for no reason. Literally will make up a page just to mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Take time to just try to break you down. You know, and here's the thing, you guys. This is why I was saying, was it yesterday when I did the live yesterday morning? When I talked to y'all while I was laying on my couch and I wasn't feeling good. And I said this. Don't be so quick to judge. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we are so quick to judge. You know what I mean? I have learned to have a newfound respect for the sick, for the ill, for the disabled. Not saying that I never had it before. I've always been sympathetic and empathetic to somebody's sickness or disabled or disability, or whatever it is they're going through. You know what I mean? Because you never know when you might be next or you might be laying in that bed. However, when you start to lose things like being able to think straight or being able to walk without falling down or losing your balance or having seizures and having all these things happen to you all at once and you can't even really figure it out, you start to have a newfound respect for the things that you go through. So, it's not that I'm allowing people to break me down. Hey cousin, I love you so much. It's not that I'm allowing people to break me down. It's just that when you poke and probe at something that somebody fights through every single day, you don't know what that's doing to that person. You might think that, oh, you know what, it ain't that bad. What I said wasn't really that harsh. You know what I mean? It'll roll off. You don't know that. You know what I mean? So be very careful of what you do and what you say. Be very careful what you do and how you say it. You know what I mean? Because this world, what goes around comes around. And it's not for me to sit here and say, oh, you know what, you are going to be next. But I'm including myself. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just have to practice more on walking Christ-like. You know what I mean? And being compassionate for the next person. You know what I mean? Because I used that same illustration yesterday morning when I came on here and talked to you guys about judgment. I'm going to pray for you too, Marvin. I don't know what's going on with you, but I promise you I will continue to pray for you. I pray for everybody. I pray for everybody that's not in here, that watches from the outside, people that come in on the inside. You are more than welcome to come in here anytime. You know, this is what this page is for. But you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that you had to come in while I'm venting or whatever. But I had to get it off my chest. You know what I'm saying? Because I kept like suppressing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you know, it's just not the time. It's not the time for me to just start talking about all this. You know what I mean? And you just want to keep your spirit up so you can continue to do it. You know, and I started noticing in myself that when I was doing lives, that even though everything I was saying was genuine, but I noticed that, because every video that I do, you guys, I always go back and watch it. Thanks, baby. I always go back and watch it. You know what I mean? Because I have to do playbacks, make sure everything is correct, and make sure I pin everything in. And a lot of my videos, I started to notice that my spirit was dropping. Part of that was because I'm really sick right now. But it also has something to do with me trying to press my way through and then still have to press through the negativity as well. You know what I mean? And you can be as strong as a bull. Doesn't mean that you don't break. You know what I mean? We all have a little, you know, we're all a little fragile on the inside. You know what I mean? Some of us, it just takes, you know what I mean, takes us a little bit longer to crack. But we all have that spot because we human. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was just one of the moments. Once I noticed that my live was back on, you guys, and I just, as I'm in there just literally washing my face and doing what I was doing, it just hit me at once. And I'm like, my God, you know what I'm saying? What is it? You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but I'm not on here finger popping. I'm not on here twerking. I'm not on here taking booty shots. I'm not on here making fun of people. I'm not on here with buffoonery. I'm not on here, you know, disgracing myself as a woman. I'm not disgracing my race. What is it? You know what I mean? So it gets like that sometimes. You know what I mean? And I feel like I told you guys when I first started this, I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to hide anything. You know what I mean? Because we all have different layers to ourselves. You know what I mean? And this is a perfect example. There's no such thing as everybody coming, you know, a person coming on every single day and they just sitting up right and their hair is combed right and everything is together. And as soon as they press the camera and it's like, well, good evening. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to... No, because it ain't always like that. You know what I'm saying? We going to have our upbeat days, the days that we so-so, the days that we just pissed off, the days that we angry, the days that we just depressed. And that's all about being human. So I'm saying that if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. So yeah, there are different levels to me. You know what I mean? I am very, very spiritual. Very. I believe that there is a higher being. Yes, I do. But the God that I serve knows that I am imperfect. So I'm not going to come on here and always be a certain way. Hey, Linda. You know, so I feel like that's the best way to be genuine with somebody, to show your true self so they can get to know you completely as an individual. You know what I mean? And therefore, if they do, then they can respect you. You know what I mean? And when you have something to say, it becomes valuable. Right? Because you have some people that just say a whole lot of stuff and they portray it to be a certain way, but then when the camera go off and all that stuff is done, then the real person comes out. Thank you, my love. I love you so much. I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of all you guys. You know what I mean? Even the ones that just coming in here, you know what I mean? I'm proud of you for coming in here, because a lot of people watch from the outside and they just don't come in. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Like I always say, I love the ones that don't come in. Because sometimes I'll finish the video, you guys, and I'll post it, and it'll say 400 and something views. You know what I mean? I'm like, 400 views? Like right now I'm looking at 6-7 people, but then when I end it's like 400, you know? And like I say, it's a free spirit channel. You know what I mean? Hey, Veronica. You know I'm coming for my purses, right? Have my color bags ready for me. Yeah, you guys. But look, I'm saying this to say this. Be yourself. Okay? It is nothing wrong with working on being a better you. And take the time that you need to take. Don't rush because somebody says you have to rush. Don't feel like you have to constrive yourself to be something that somebody else says that you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't deal with the people that delay the plane. You want to be with the people who take off. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of people that want to hold the plane back. You know what I mean? Because they want to find and nitpick and try to find every little thing that they think is wrong with the plane, knowing ain't nothing wrong with it. And they know they should be taking off. Or allowing the next person to take off. You know what I'm saying? Instead of holding them back. You know? So you have people, things, and situations that are like that. I just had this conversation with my husband last night about demonic things. You know what I'm saying? Because we were talking about like God, the devil, and like I said, the devil was once an angel. Okay? At one point in time, he was a good angel. Okay? And so that changed. And so then when he turned to be a bad angel, right, which was the devil, then that's when you have like the demonic spirits, then you have the negative people, then you have the negative situations, you know what I'm saying? The things you do in sin, all that type of stuff, right? We were talking about how the devil comes in so many different forms. You know what I'm saying? He can come through your door, through your phone. He can come through your food. He can come through where you're trying to go, stop you from doing what you want to do, your accomplishments. He can come any way he wants to come. So the thing that you have to be consistent on trying to be, the thing that you have to work on in order to break that. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. We would never be able to get rid of him completely. Now, will you be able to avoid him? Yes. Because it's the way you choose to live your life. But you would never be able to get rid of him. You know what I mean? You can kind of you know what I'm saying? You can kind of block him out, but you can't get rid of him. So it's a daily process, even for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this to you guys to say this. You know what I mean? We are all a work in progress. The way I felt today, I felt like I just wanted to cuss anybody that was in my way. Not because it was just a thing to do. It was just because of how I was feeling inside. And sometimes we just need to be real with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, this is the way I'm feeling today. No shade, no disrespect. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to come at nobody or dampen nobody's day. I'm just not feeling it. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying my best to take this where I need to take it to. And I know it's going to get there. Like I always say, you guys, I can see it. And somebody might say, what you mean you can see it? No, I'm not saying like voodoo, hoodoo, and all that. I'm saying I can see it. It's so close that I can touch it. I just don't know what it's going to turn into. I don't know what this is going to turn into. I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know. I'm missing some pieces of the puzzle. I can see the photo in the puzzle, but it ain't complete. So therefore, like I said, I'm not going to stop God's flow. I'm not going to stop his direction. If he wants me to do less of my business right now and focus on this more, then that's what I'll do. What I won't do is stop doing what he's leading me to just to be selfish and satisfy myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure that it's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to have to get through. It's going to be a lot of obstacles. It's going to be a lot of negative people. It's going to be a lot of negative situations. You know what I'm saying? And I'm prepared for it. However, just because you prepare for something don't mean you won't be affected by it. I am. I'm going to keep doing it, because it's to the point now where I can't even stop. It's like I was saying earlier, sis, when I got on here, you probably wasn't really on here yet. And I was saying earlier that, and I think Marvin was talking to me about that too. For this longer than 34 days. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always had this feeling in me for a very long time. It's just been things and obstacles that I've been dealing with that's been kind of deterring me from doing this. You know what I mean? And even though I got on for a different reason, I ended up coming this way. But then as I came this way, the feeling that I have inside is unexplainable. It's so strong. It's so powerful. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even control it. You can't explain it. It's just one heck of a movement. You know what I mean? The only way I could describe it is to take everybody that's on here right now and kind of like digest y'all into my body so y'all can feel what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? And I can't really, you know what I mean? I know there's a purpose. You know what I mean? And I know that it's going to help a lot of people and inspire a lot of people, whatever. But when you get a you are more than welcome to tell me your story. I always tell people this. I have people that message me every day. Right, obedience, right. I have people that message me every day, Marvin, and I always tell them that they are more than welcome to message me and talk to me about whatever they want to talk about. Some people talk to me and they tell me, you know what, that they don't mind me talking about the subject, you know what I mean? Or if you want to keep it private, you are more than welcome to do so. Like I said, like, this channel is new. I want to do so many more things, but right now I just need to get it off the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help everybody that I can. I just got this fundraiser up for Hurricane Harvey. They just approved it this morning, so I'm happy about that. I was supposed to get on here and talk about that. I'm going to talk about that a little bit before I get off as well. So I need as many people as I can, you guys. Like I said, this is just, it's not about me. You know what I mean? I feel like if we have everybody together working as a team collectively, then it will be even more beautiful. You know what I mean? Than just one person working on it. So I was actually up for the last 2 nights working on this campaign and getting all these ideas together and putting everything together. But the thing that was kind of stopping me, okay, well, you know what? After this live, you know what I mean? Like I said, you can message me, you know what I mean, after I'm done with this live. Because usually when I do my lives and I'm done, I play them back. You know what I mean? If in case I have to put information in and I go back and like everybody's comments and things like that. But once I'm done with that, I'm a vampire. I'm up all night. You know what I mean? So you are more than welcome to message me, and I will be glad to hear your story. You know what I mean? But like I said, you guys, I was up for like 2 nights straight. I got a little sleep last night because I finally got my meds and everything. So I'm just trying to get everything on track and get everything functioning right. But I was able to get it put together. You know what I mean? I got everything put together. But let me tell y'all what kind of put me on hold. I wanted to do this campaign, this fundraiser for the hurricane, right? But in my mind, I just have this feeling about when you do donations and things like that, and you're asking people to help and to donate, what I don't want is this, okay? Because I am a business owner. I do, you know what I'm saying, sell hair, you know what I mean? And I do custom make it. Fine. But what I don't want people to feel, because not everybody, but you will have some people out there that will be like, oh, you know what, you just doing this fundraiser for yourself, you know what I'm saying? You just trying to take the money and put it in your pocket. No, I'm not. Because for a minute, I said, you know what? I told my husband, I said, I don't think I want to do monetary donations. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to have that conflict in between. But then as I thought about it, I said, wait a minute. At some point, I'm going to have to add it in, because once you start getting all this stuff in and all these donations like blankets and pillows and clothes and things like that I'm trying to donate, then how are you going to get it where you need to get it to? So you need money to be able to ship. And what I want to do is I wanted to do something huge and do it globally, right? So say, for instance, I'm in California and I go network, you know what I mean? Because I think I put 61 days on the campaign. I might have to extend it. I don't know. And so the monetary goal that I put up was just $5,000. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to like make it super excessive. You know what I mean? Now, if it gets bigger than that, then fine. You know what I mean? But I just was realistic and said, you know what, I'm just going to set it at $5,000. But that would be more so to get it where it needs to go. If somebody has a big shipment ready to go in Kansas, then we can get that shipment out as well. If it's in California, we can get it out in California. If it's in Nashville, we can get it out in Nashville. You know what I mean? This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it to where it's a global fundraiser. You know what I mean? And it's not just coming from one place or one person. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have to take monetary donations because, like I said, we have to get these things out. So I decided to put it up there. So there is an account up there set up for donations. For people that want to donate, it does not matter what you donate. It does not. You know what I mean? If you donate 75 cents, 50 cents, $2, whatever you can afford. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, you know what? Because I know some campaigns is like, oh, $5 is the minimum. Excuse me? In what world? You know what I mean? Giving is giving. You know what I mean? So on that note, I did put the link up there where you can go donate, and it will go to a fund. And what I want people to do is this, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people do not want to be, you know what I mean, acknowledged or known that they donated. You don't have to do that. But on the campaign page, there is a button where you can share. And what I'm asking everybody to do, whether you donate or not, if you can participate in it, go over to the page and you can just make a 30-second or 60-second video. You know what I mean? This can be a prayer. You can say a poem. You can sing. You can just say, you know what, I love you and I'm thinking of you. Whatever's in your heart, you can say on your video. And I would like for everybody to post it on that page. So basically, I'm trying to get it like so big and get it to go global so that we can get this out. So at the end of the day, it won't be just like, you know what I mean? Because this is what I'm trying to say, you guys. I've noticed that you have a lot of fundraisers or people that do fundraisers, you know what I mean? Like big ones, like no shade, but like Red Cross, you know, FEMA, all those other places like that. And you basically just do a donation. But when you do a donation, like there's no acknowledgement. You know what I mean? Like you barely get a thank you, if that. You know what I mean? And sometimes people need to feel like they're included. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, everybody's donating all these things, but that's it. You know, and then you have this one name of the fundraiser or this one person behind it that probably looks like they take all the credit. That's not what I want to do. You know what I mean? I don't want to take all the credit. You know what I mean? I want to do a lot of things, but I don't want to take all the credit. I want everybody to be included in this. I want to make this a very large movement. You know what I mean? We can all network from where we are. Like I said, everything that's needed, you guys, does not have to be brand new. I'm going to go in my closet and see, you know what I mean, what clothes I don't wear anymore that I feel like could be suitable, you know what I mean, for some women to wear. You know, my daughter can probably find a few pieces, you know, some shoes or something. Like, these people only have the clothes on their back and they're probably still soaking wet. You know what I mean? If you have blankets, you know what I mean, that are used and decent, you know what I mean, we can wash them and get them over to them. You know what I mean? They barely have cots to lay on. You know what I mean? So just having blankets, pillows, you know what I mean, clothes that they can change in, just for the women, men, and children. You know what I mean? And like I say, this stuff is just temporary. You know what I mean, for them to get on their feet. So therefore, it helps both sides. You know what I mean? It helps the people that you're trying to help, but it's also like, you know what I'm saying, affordable for the people that's trying to help, for them to do it. Because like I say, we, you know what I'm saying, like, we still have to struggle and maintain, pay bills and things like that as well. And so another thing that I decided I was going to do, since I decided to do the monetary donations, is this. Okay? Just to let everybody know that, look, this ain't about me. It's not for me. This is not for me to pocket anything. You know what I mean? This is strictly business to get everything over there to them right away. I am donating 20% of my company's revenue to this campaign. So every sale that I get, 20% of that goes to this campaign. Okay? So, with that being said, it's not like I'm just, you know what I mean, just making up a campaign and just trying to get everybody to donate. Like, I'm participating in this as well. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to go out and talk to people and ask for, like, you know what I'm saying, donations with clothes and things like that. You know what I mean? Even if I go up to my leasing office and ask them if I can put something in the leasing office and ask for donations for this fundraiser. So I'm going to network on my end. You know, there's stores I can go to that's in my area. You know, you never know what God can bless you with. You know what I'm saying? He might bless you with, you know what I'm saying, a store saying, you know what, like, okay, I just want to donate this amount of stuff. I even said that, you know what I mean? Like, as far as I'm concerned, they could use trash bags. You know what I mean? Because I've been seeing since this hurricane started that that they basically been trying to stay dry, you know, with either the trash bags or whatever. So that's something that doesn't cost as much, that you can donate as well. You know what I mean? You just have to kind of like use your imagination and see what helps. You know what I mean? So that's basically what this campaign is about. It's about giving back, you know, verbally, and giving back physically. You know what I mean? So I love you so much more, Auntie. So if we could band together, you guys. Like I said, I just got the approval on the fundraising page. Hey, cousin, I love you. I just got the approval this morning that everything is up, running, and ready to go. So my job for the next 61 days is going to be to try to network with as many people as I can to get us to work together as a team, right? And we can work on all of our ends, you know what I mean? And say, hey, you know what I mean? One person will say, hey, well, I was able to get A, B, and C over here. What do you have? Well, I have D, E, F, G. And the other person said, well, I got whatever. You know what I mean? And then by the time we are close to the deadline or whatever, we put everything together, you know what I mean? And see what it is. I don't know. We'll figure that out along the way. But like I said, I know that in order to, because here's another thing, you guys. I'm not keen on just putting all these donations in anybody's hand, because you have to be very careful of who you turn your donations over to, because a lot of people will penny pinch off of things for themselves and then give whatever is left over. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that wherever this stuff goes to, that these people will get exactly what we were able to raise for them. So I'm going to make sure that I do extensive research on this. You know what I'm saying? If you guys could do research on it and let me know, you know what I mean? And like I said, two heads are better than one. You know what I'm saying? Right. So look, and matter of fact, you guys, look, I feel so much better because I let everything out. You know what I mean? And I know that everything gonna be all right. So on that note, you know what I mean? The name of the fundraiser is Operation We Got This. Okay? That's the name of it. But I think that you can look it up as well. Let me get the information too, because I want to make sure that I have all the information right. And then I'm gonna pin the information in this video when I'm done. And like I said, the fundraiser name is Operation We Got This. And you might be able to find it under it'll say We Are Texas, We Are Houston, and They Are Us. Okay, so you might be able to find it under that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back over to the campaign page. I'm gonna tag everybody in it, you know what I mean, and send it over to you so you guys will have a link. Like I said, this is not just my campaign. This is our campaign. You know what I'm saying? We can do this. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this will be something that we all can look back on and feel real good about. You know what I mean? Because we were able to, because I know everybody on here, you know what I'm saying, at one point wished that they could do more. You know what I mean? Because I know when they had the hurricane in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, I felt so bad inside because it was like, I wanted to do more, you know? And sitting around is just not going to solve anything. So you have to just step out on faith and just give it a try. And I know that, you know what I mean, in the meantime, God is not going to let us down. He's going to guide us through this. And this is, and not only that, you guys, you know what, it's going to be fun. You know, not because of what they're going through, but I say it's going to be fun because we get to work together as a team. This is a positive page. It's a positive channel. And everybody on here, you know what I mean, is genuine and good-hearted, and we can work together and make this so powerful. But the vision that I had with this is because I thought, like, you know what, it's good to give, but sometimes when you're going through something really, really tough, just like I'm on here and I had to vent to you guys, and you guys, like, send me all these, like, sweet comments and things like that and send me all the love back, it actually helped me to feel better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's good to give, but sometimes you just need to hear somebody say, you know what, you're gonna be okay, it's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? Like, we're praying for you. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? Because one of my cousins on here, she can sing. If you want to sing for 60 seconds, I mean, sing for 60 seconds. You know what I mean? Because it's a beautiful thing, you know, because I think I shared a video last night where, you know, it was like 5 or 6 people in the shelter, and they just got up and just started singing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all just laying there in the shelter, just distraught. They just lost everything. And they just felt like they just needed to sing. And I thought that was so beautiful. You know what I mean? Because it didn't solve the problem for them, but it made them feel lighter. You know what I mean? Right. I do too. I do too, Auntie. I wish I could just be there physically, you know what I mean? And just love on them in person, you know what I mean? But we can do this. You know what I mean? And it won't be the same thing, but it'll be close. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, like, this is something that we could do that's positive, and we'll be so proud of ourselves, you know what I mean, that we were able to get this accomplished, you know what I mean? And I think it's a little different in a sense because, you know, because you do have like one foundation, and then, you know, everything just goes one way through the foundation. And what we're trying to do is just trying to make it globally where everybody can participate. You know what I mean? And we are all campaigners. There's not one there's not one person running the show. You know what I mean? Hey, Mickey. Yeah. So let's do this, y'all. Like, let's get this going. You know what I mean? I feel so good about it. You know what I mean? I really do. So like I said, you know, it's up and running. I think I also put in the message about it that if anybody has like anyone, or if they have anything to donate, you know, the inbox is always there, you know what I mean? And I'll keep record of everything that everybody calls on, you know what I mean? And we'll just keep collecting until it's time for us to just send everything off, and then we can just take a inventory of what we have. And you know what I mean? And like I said, the monetary donations that we get, that can go solely for us getting it exactly where it needs to get to. I don't know. Maybe we can do this too. Maybe we can find some families, you know what I mean, through social media that is in Texas, and we might want to just bless them personally. You know what I mean? Because especially like if you are a mom with kids and things like that, and you've lost everything, you know what I mean? You can't even brush your teeth, or you know what I mean? You're looking for your own personal washcloth, or, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just makes you feel good to be able to take a hot shower and just rub lotion on yourself. You know what I mean? To make yourself smell good. So if we can just come up with like some gift baskets or something, you know what I mean? Just something like that's thoughtful. You know what I mean? We can do that as well. You know what I mean? Especially for the children, things like that. But in the meantime, you guys, you know, like I said, they definitely need blankets, pillows, okay. Yeah, the clothing, you know, will basically be, you know what I mean? Like I say, you guys, it does not have to be new. Okay. Clothing is like, you go in your closet, it's like you spring cleaning your closet, and you have, you know, some nice decent things in your closet that you know you're not going to wear. Just right, simple things, t-shirts, jeans, obviously things that probably will keep them warm right now because they're going through, you know, the hurricane, of course. I actually have tons of brand new socks that I bought, you know what I mean? Because I buy them like for people that come over, and you know, because I don't wear shoes in my house, so I always, every time I go to the dollar store, I buy new socks and I just put them away. So things like that, you know what I mean? Socks and jeans, t-shirts. It could even be jackets, coats. You know what I mean? Because I saw a lot of them, and I didn't see a lot of them didn't have on coats. They didn't. I saw a lot of them in t-shirts, you know, with trash bags on top of them, you know. So these are things that you could just find in your closet, you know what I mean? And you're killing two birds with one stone, because you get to spring clean and you get to help somebody at the same time, right? So, most importantly, so I mentioned the toiletries, you know what I mean? The toiletries, and then the clothing, right? The blankets, the pillows, and then perishable food. Okay, that's another thing that I wanted to add in there as well, like canned goods, mashed potatoes. You know what I mean? It could even be powdered milk. things that won't spoil, things that they can, carry around and use for a certain amount of time that can help get them by. Even if it's cup of noodles. I'm from California. I live in Moreno Valley right now, but I'm from California. I was born in California, Marvin. But, perishable foods, you guys, canned goods, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? And, yeah, and we just keep piling it up, you know what I mean? It could be each day, every other day, you know what I mean? And before you know it, by the time we get to the 61st day, imagine that, you know what I'm saying? If I have whatever my husband and I or my daughter come up with, because my daughter, she's even going to be included, you know what I mean? This is her way to learn how to give back and appreciate the things that she has, you know what I mean? So she has friends that she can get donations from, and she can participate in this as well. This is a family thing in this house, you know what I mean? Like, no, it's like, you know what I'm saying, two people participate, the other person don't. Like, you have to participate, you know what I mean? So I just happen to have, you know what I mean, an empty room right now where I can just store all these things in there and just keep it going until it's time to ship it off. So I'm saying, like, you can just imagine it, you guys, in your head. Like, by the time we are done and it's time to ship it off and we have all these amazing things. Oh, diapers, okay? That's another thing. Diapers, because there's a lot of babies. Wipes, right? Things like that. Baby clothes, toddler clothes, all that stuff. You know what I mean? You can go to, I go to Dollar Tree all the time, and they have clothes there, t-shirts and onesies and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? So you can be very creative. Thrift stores, you can go there and get things. You know what I mean? You can take $20 and come out with maybe 2 or 3 bags of clothes or whatever, or shoes. So it doesn't take a whole lot of money to do something huge and help somebody out. So I'm saying, at the end of the day, by the time we are done and we put all this stuff together, you know what I mean, I just want to see, like, how far this can go. So, like, this is going to be my focus, like I said, for the next 61 days. I'm gonna still be dealing with the business side, because I got to come up with that 20% to put into this campaign. But I'm more so going to be over here, focused over here, working on the campaign, the fundraiser, and then doing the motivational thing. But I'll still be doing the business. I'm still taking orders. I'm still sending hair out. But I'll be over here a little bit more for now. You know what I mean? So I'm going to pin all this information in. Like I said, you guys, I'm going to tag you guys in the campaign link. And yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to make us feel so good or whatever. You know what I mean? And what better way to build your own strength, you know what I'm saying, than to do it by helping somebody else. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we feel like, in order for us to become stronger or build strength within ourselves, that we have to constantly just do things for ourselves. That's not true. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like sometimes you can become a better person and be a stronger person just by putting your own self aside, you know what I mean, and helping other people, you know what I mean? Because when you look at it like this, well, you know what? They're cold, they're wet, they're frustrated, they're angry, they're scared, they're nervous, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm sitting here on this couch on my phone device that's charged. I'm warm, I'm dry, I have food, you know what I'm saying? And they don't, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? It wouldn't even be right not to help, So this time around, you guys, I just want to do something so much bigger and huger. I always try to give, you know what I mean? No matter where I'm at, what I'm doing. And there's so many things I want to do. I need as much help as I possibly can get. So I'm going to say that as many times as I can, because I'm actually trying to give y'all a hint and tell y'all that y'all need to help a sister out, okay? Because I'm trying to make this as big and take it globally as possible. So, I call her my little baby that comes out here and she watches me all the time. And she is like the first recipient to my blessing packages. I'm doing blessing packages, you know what I mean? And that's just basically me thinking of someone and saying, you know what, this is from me to you, to let you know that I am proud of you and I want you to keep going. And even though you don't feel inspired right now, or you don't have the motivation that you need, that I'm thinking about you and we are thinking about you. So this is not only from us, for me, this is from us as well, from this channel. So I'm creating a package for her, Aaliyah Renee. She's going to get it sometime this week. It's so hot out here, y'all. It's like Satan having a barbecue. It ain't even funny. Like every single day, it's like he pulling his double barrel grills out and he just going to town. It is hot. It's like 107, 108. So I can't go out during the day because it's just too hot and it just makes me sicker. But like I told her, you know what I mean, all the stores is locally. It's a nice walk for me to take, but I have to take that walk when it's cool. But you know what I mean, I kind of figured out what I want to do for her. You know what I mean, she's a student. She's you know, taking medical courses or whatever, and this baby passes all her tests. You know what I mean? Every test that she posts up, she gets an A on it. She gets up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning every morning. You know what I mean? Don't miss a beat. But sometimes when you're doing things like that, you know, it's not that you don't want to finish. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need that person to just say, you know what? Hey, you got this. I see what you're doing, and I'm proud of you. Keep going. Don't stop. You know what I mean? I want to see you go to the end. So like I told her, the only thing that I want back from you is for you to pay it forward. That's it. This is a blessing from, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, from us. I'm going to say us. From us to her. Just to inspire her and motivate her. You know what I mean? So if anybody is on my page, some of you guys that's on here know her. You know what I mean? Because she comes in all the time. And we can just continue to lift her up in spirit. You know what I mean? She's young. She reminds me of my baby because my oldest baby is 25. And I think she's probably a little younger than my baby. But, you know what I mean? We got to take care of our youth, you guys. We really do. It doesn't matter if they don't belong to you. Like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I mean? And where I come from and how we raised our children, and my sister is on here right now, and she can vouch for it. When our children had their friends come in, then their friends became our children. You know what I mean? And we just continue to love on them and motivate them and things like that. Not to say that they didn't have it, but we try to make sure that we give it to them in any way possible. You know what I mean? Because one of my babies that come on here, he, you know what I'm saying, he always said from when he was younger that, you know, I work for Dr. Phil and I work for BT. And some of the kids was like, yeah, sure you do. But guess what? They teased him. And this baby came and stayed at our house almost every other weekend, if not every weekend. And they would tear my house up. You hear me? They would have green screens all over the place, and they would be making movies, and they would get me and my husband involved, and we'd be in there reenacting Friday. You know, I'd be in there doing the makeup and all that crazy stuff. But we had fun. But ultimately, it was just allowing these kids to be kids. And sometimes when your kids are trying to tell you something that they want to do something that's artistic, like, don't stop them, you know, because sometimes as parents we'll be like, you know what, you don't need to do that. You need to just stay in them books, get a job, blah, blah, blah. No, let them be, you know what I'm saying, let them be free. They're gonna go to school, they're going to do all those things. But don't stop the flow of, you know, what your child could possibly be in the future. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, this baby ended up, you know, working to be an assistant for Candy Burris. He has been on Housewives of Atlanta a lot of times. You know what I mean? You guys probably seen him. His name is Matthew Parrish. You know what I mean? He assists Regina Hall. You know what I mean? A lot of people. So he's, you know, accomplishing his dreams and his goals. You know what I mean? And I knew deep inside, like, when he said that these are the things that he was going to do, you just felt it. You felt that it was true and it wasn't just talk. You know what I mean? Like, he was really like, yeah, he was really like, you know what? I don't care what you say. You can't tell me what I ain't going to be. And he would come over there, honey, and spend a weekend at our house. And, yes, he's my little Caucasian son. You know what I mean? Yes, he is. He actually was able to come in one of my lives not too long ago. And I was so excited to see him on there because I know he's so busy. And then my son that's in Atlanta, they always cross paths. So anytime that Matthew's free, my son is not, or vice versa. So they haven't had a chance to meet up yet. But like I told him, I'm so proud of you. You know, keep pressing and pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my nieces, my nephews. You know what I mean? All of them. Like, one of my nieces is on here right now. I just spoke her up. Won't he do it? So I'm so proud of them. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's, you know what? Life is tough and life is rough. You know what I mean? And I always say this. You know, the youth that's here. Hey, Auntie Baby. The youth that's here, you guys, they have it like 1,000 times harder than what it was for us. You know what I mean? Like, I think for us, it was way simpler for us because we didn't have so many obstacles in our way. We had obstacles, but not as many as they have now. So we have to continue to love on them and love on our youth and inspire our youth and continue to push them. And you know what I mean? Hey, baby, I love you so much. You know, to be a better them, you know what I mean? And allow them to grow, you know what I mean? And just be there as a support system, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we will forget and it's not intentional all the time, and we can, you know, browbeat our children into what we think they should be. And sometimes all we have to do is just let them lead the way and just be there to support. You know what I mean? So yeah, so we're gonna, on that note, we're gonna continue to pray for our babies. You know what I mean? I call them my babies. You know what I mean? You guys are my babies too. You know, but you guys are my loves, and I love you guys so much. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. You guys just really don't know how much you guys have changed my life. You know what I mean? In so many ways, I can't even explain. You know what I mean? I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for this live. You know what I mean? I'm so grateful for this whole movement that's going in this direction. You know what I mean? It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. You know, like I always say, we're going to look at this 6 months from now, you know, and celebrate. You know, because I was even so excited, y'all, because I passed my 31st day, which was this past weekend. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get on here. And I went to the store and I went and got my little party hat and my little blower. And I was like, I'm going to come on here for my 1 month, you know what I mean, of being on here. And I'm going to celebrate. Joe would say, no, you're not. So you know what? On that note, I'm going to still put my hat on and I'm going to still come on here and blow my blower. And some folks going to think I'm crazy. But I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do that. 30 days, y'all, is a lot of time. For me to be on live showing my mug is a lot of time. Because it is not an easy thing to do for me. Anybody that knows me knows that I am real laid back. You know what I mean? I have to trust you to talk to you. I'm more of an observer, and I'm not really sociable like that. So for me to be on here for 30 days straight, y'all, my God, won't he do it? You know. So I'm going to still do it. I still got them in there. I sure am. I'm going to pick a day where I'm going to come on here and I'm going to celebrate. We all going to celebrate, honey. Because when it turns 60 days, I'm going to come on here and wear my hat and my blower again. It might be even bigger that time. So, like I said, you guys, look, I appreciate you guys. On that note, for everything that we talked about tonight, you know, you guys stay inspired. You know, most importantly, stay safe, you know. And like I always say, just keep pressing, praying, and pushing, you know. And continue to fight for the things that you want out of life. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you're going to always have the haters, the naysayers. You're going to always have obstacles in different situations that's going to try to stop you and deter you from the things that you feel will be successful. You know what I mean? And just because they try to stop you doesn't mean it won't be successful. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like I say, people want to delay the plane because they don't have a ticket. Instead of them saying, oh, girl, don't have a good flight. All right, bro, I see you have a good flight. Call me when you make it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to do that. They want to hold you back because they can't get on with you. You know what I'm saying? Or they can't take off before you. Let's just say that. You know, so we just have to be very discerning and observing of the things that we allow around us in our space. You know what I mean? Like I say, my candles are lit. You know what I mean? That could be part of why I'm starting to feel better. You know what I mean? Because my regimen is like 70% complete. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when I finish this live, you know what I mean? I'm going to take some time out for myself before I go back to work and just sit in the quietness, you know, and dim my lights and let my sage burn and let my prayer candles go. And just release everything that's within me right now so that I can come back stronger and better tomorrow. Don't know what the topic of the morning will be, but I want to figure out something awesome. You know what I mean? Yes, auntie, I'm going to like that sage. Trust me, I'm finna smoke everybody out. I'm going to smoke the dog out, smoke my hubby out, smoke my daughter out because I'm finna open her door because she is tired from being at school all day. She just got home at 8 o'clock. And she had to start practice at 6 for basketball. And then go to school. And then go to volleyball after school. So, yeah, I'm going to go in and she's going to be looking at me like I'm crazy. But I'm going to go sage her out too. And, you know, just clear everything out. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I say, when you have so much going on. And like I say, you have so much going on. And then you have this feeling. You know what I mean? I've heard people talking about this type of feeling before. But you can't really identify it because you've never really been through it. You know what I mean? You can sympathize or whatever, but you just don't know exactly what they feel. And now I know. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel it. You know what I mean? And it's a very good feeling, but at times it can be very strong. You know what I mean? I'm saying as far as like strong as like it just pushes you into that direction and you can't go into any other direction. You know what I mean? Like everything else comes to a complete stop and you just keep going and going and going into that direction. And so it's a new type of situation. Like I said, I always wanted to do this. You know what I mean? I always felt passionate about, you know what I mean, just being positive and just trying to help people and be, you know, as positive and inspirational as I possibly can. You know what I mean? But like I said, when you go through things in your life, it kind of deters you from doing that. So God is a good God. He's an awesome God. And like I always say, you guys are loved. You are blessed. You are talented. You are phenomenal. You are magnificent. You are all those wonderful things. Don't allow anybody to tell you different. You know what I mean? Believe in yourselves. You know. And then you have two people. Either they're going to get on board or they won't. Either way is fine. You know what I mean? They can join in. Like I said, they can get in where they fit in or, you know, they can go on about their business. You know what I mean? But continue to do you. Continue to love on one another. Like I said, sometimes, you know, we need to get to a place, you guys, where we can love the ones who don't love us. That's a very difficult thing to do. You know what I mean? And I say that for myself. You know what I mean? We have to get to a point, because when you get to a point where you can love people that don't love you, then you know you're on your way, because that is very difficult. You know what I'm saying? So this is like, all these things are just work in progress that we just have to work on daily. You know what I mean? You don't have to overdo it or press yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a work in progress, and you work according to, you know what I'm saying, the energy that you have. As long as you're doing something to work towards it every single day, doesn't matter if this person is surpassing and you haven't got to that level yet. You do, you know what I mean, what you can do in your heart to make yourself better and stronger. And like I said, it'll become a pattern. Then from there, it will become the norm. When it becomes the norm, you don't have to worry about working on it anymore. because it's already there. You know what I mean? It's going to become normal, like everything, the things that we do every day, like brushing our teeth and putting on our shoes and socks. You know what I mean? So it's just like something that you have to continue to work on every day. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes it's very easy to be negative and mean and vindictive, and it's very hard to be positive and loving. You know what I mean? Which should be the other way around. You know, we find like sometimes being, you know, mean and you know, and just awful, some way we find that to make us, sometimes we feel like that makes us feel good. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't. You know what I mean? It shouldn't make you feel that way. It should make you feel awful as a human being to want to just be hurtful and hateful to a person. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we just have to right says manifested. But we just have to continue to work on being positive, and we are a work in progress. Like I said, we were created in sin, so therefore our God knows that we are not perfect. You know what I mean? We probably would become close to it, but we would never be perfect. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know what I mean? But as long as, you know, your heart is in the right place, that's it. So like I tell people, look, you start out like this. You just do one nice thing a day, right? Doing one nice thing a day can be as small as a good morning. Sometimes we wake up in our house, you guys. This is one thing that I do in my house every single morning. No matter if you are mad or not. When we get up in this house, we say good morning. Okay? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay? So doing one good thing does not mean that you have to go way out of your way to practice on being a better you. You can get up, you can walk past somebody you don't know. Good morning. Okay, how you doing? I'm fine. Thank you for asking. You know what I'm saying? Have a good day. Have a blessed day. You can say, God bless you. That's something working towards being a positive person. So it doesn't take like a vast, huge, you know what I'm saying, positive thing that you have to do. You know what I mean? You work according to what your heart can do. You know what I mean? And eventually, if you continue to do it, then your heart will become stronger. And I know I'm not going to hold you guys too much longer, but I felt compelled to tell you guys the story. I told this story, was it yesterday morning or whatever, but it just happened to pop up in my head while I'm talking about this. And like I said, yesterday morning when I came on and did a live, we were talking about judgment. And it was a situation that happened with not with me, but with my neighbors in my building, right? And so they're new to my building. They just moved in like a couple weeks ago. And so we had just gotten up, you know what I mean, just gotten my daughter off to school. So it was about, I want to say 8:45, close to 9 o'clock in the morning. So 9 o'clock in the morning for me is like I'm just going to sleep. So, therefore, my doorbell rings, right? Now, mind you, I've never met my neighbors that just moved above me, over my head, right? I know that they're a family. I know that there's the mom and the dad and the children, right? I haven't even seen the mom. My husband has met the dad, but I have not seen them physically, okay? So, the doorbell rings, okay? And it's another lady that lives in my building, okay? Because the place where I live at, there's 322 units, okay? So she's coming in to go back to her house through the driveway. The baby that lives upstairs walked down the stairs on his own, okay? And kind of ran out into the driveway. Now, mind you, when people come in, there's cars coming in all the time because the unit is so big. So nobody was really stopping to get the baby and move the baby to the side. So she parks her truck in the middle of the driveway. She stops. She gets out and grabs the baby and say, whoa, 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 you know, get back on the sidewalk. Like, and she's trying to figure out, who baby is this? Where did this baby come from? Right? So she kind of like trying to pinpoint the direction that the baby came from. So that's how she ended up coming to my unit. So being that I'm on the first floor, she rung our doorbell first. Like, do you know this baby or whatever? But she was talking to my husband. My husband was like, I don't know, and they kind of found out that he came from upstairs. Okay, so here's where the judgment thing comes in, and this is why I say you should not judge. Okay, so of course, they are black, right? It's not like a big thing about race, but I'm gonna explain why I said that. So when we found out where the baby lived at, then my husband ran back in the house. He said, oh, you know what? I need to grab my shirt because this baby just ran out to the street and we're trying to figure out what's going on. It seems like the baby might be in the house by itself. So by this time, I'm sick as a dog, but I'm like grabbing my bathrobe, like, wait for me. So I'm putting my robe on and I grab my cell phone and we run outside. I'm about to trip myself, trip and fall because I'm running so fast. And so we get there and the lady's telling me, you just need to go up there and look for yourself. Like, I don't know what to do. I think I should just take this baby and hold him there until the parent comes because I don't think there's anybody in the house. Okay? So she's constantly telling me, just go look. You know what I mean? As to say, like, you ain't going to be satisfied with what you see. So I said, okay. So I have a thing about, I don't like going into people's houses. You know what I mean? It's just just a thing of respect. And it's the legal, the legal experience that I have as well. So I'm like, I ain't really feeling this, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't trying to have nobody come for me. So I go up the stairs and they kind of follow behind me. And as I go in, the front door's open. The baby, you guys, is sitting on the couch, facing the doorway. Nose is just dripping. Like, it's past mucus. It was like phlegm, like lime green phlegm, like this color phlegm. I'm not exaggerating. Like literally just pouring down his nose. I got to the point where I was almost about to start bawling because I'm like, what is going on? Because we all thinking that this baby, was in the house by itself. It's like 1-2 years old, and he just sitting on the couch. He's not really talking too much or whatever. So we don't know what to do. So the lady that stopped said, well, you know what? Being that you live downstairs, I can just probably take the baby to my house and then you can leave a note and let them know that I have the baby, blah, blah, blah. And for a minute I was like, okay, that could be. But then I kept saying, wait, just wait. Just wait, But then in her mind, like she was saying, like, what I don't want to do is I don't want to call 911. You know what I mean? Because you have a sick baby and then he's, at home by himself. Then CPS is going to get involved. And then it's going to be hard for them to get the baby back. So I just kept saying, wait. So she was asking my husband, can you go in there and get the baby? So he tries to go in there and get the baby. The baby would not go to anybody. So I told my husband, I said, hold up, wait, stop. Just stop. Because what I don't want is the baby to start hollering and screaming. Then it looks like we're trying to kidnap the baby. So I said, just wait. You know what I mean? Don't go in there. Just let him sit where he's sitting and just try to figure something out. As I say this, then here comes a 10-year-old, the brother, who was like knocked out asleep. Didn't hear anything. So when the baby went outside, he couldn't hear it. So now we finally talking to him. And we like, where's your mom? Where's your dad? You know what I mean? And he like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Dad was there with him, but dad stepped out while they were asleep. Probably thinking that, well, I'm just going to go run around the corner real quick and do whatever it is I need to do. And then I'll be back in time before they wake up. That's how he was thinking. So luckily, the 10-year-old was like, can I call my mom or my dad? And we like, sure. Because we trying to figure out what's going on. Because we don't want to leave you guys like that. You're 10 and he's like 2. You know what I mean? And he's running out into the streets. So he calls the mom. The mom obviously was at work. And she just started bawling her eyes out, you guys. So for a mom, you can tell if somebody is really concerned about their kids or not. You know what I'm saying? So that basically just confirmed for me that, you know what? They just made the wrong decision. They love their kids. You know what I mean? But sometimes when you got a million things going on and you don't have the support system that you possibly need as far as like daycare or whatever, because nope, you're really not going to go knock on your neighbor's door that you don't even know and ask them, you know what, you think you can watch my kids for 10 minutes until I come back? They're not going to do that. You know what I mean? So the dad was there, so he just said, you know what, I'm just going to try to leave them there until I wake up. Now, was that wrong? Yes. Should he have took his children with him? Absolutely. But I'm not going to fault this man or fault this woman for them making the decision that they made. It was just a mistake that they just need to plan better and correct and not do again. You know what I mean? The moral of the story is, you know what I'm saying, don't judge. Because if we would have just looked on the outside, you know, it's like I was telling my husband, like, thank God we waited. Because the lady that found them, she was just ready to take them to her house, and you know, I don't know what would have happened then. You know, like I said, if 911 would have got involved, then the police would have came, then they had more kids, then they would have been like, okay, where's the rest of the kids at? They at school? Okay, what school they go to? Okay, now we finna go pick up your kids. Now you gotta fight the court system to get them back. And when I brought up color earlier, that's why, because when you like have this type of pigmentation going on, it's a little bit harder to fight to get your kids back. It's just proven fact. So, I'm saying this to say that we just have to work on being more observant and not quick to judge. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be honest. Did it boil my blood? Yes. You know what I mean? Because I'm a mother. You know what I mean? But has my baby gotten out while I was asleep? Yes, he has. But I was just blessed enough to live in an area where I lived upstairs and my mom lived in one apartment and my sister lived right next door. So we had him covered. But I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk and act like that never happened to me before. Doesn't mean that you're not a good parent. Doesn't mean that you're an awful parent. Sometimes we just make quick decisions that just don't turn out right. Right. So once we called this mom, and this mom was bawling her eyes out. She at work trying to make ends meet. You know what I mean? You can tell I'm not being nosy or nothing because we had to go up there and check everything out. You can tell that they were just starting out. You know what I mean? And like I say, there's nothing wrong with that. And so, you know, when you basically barely finding your way, yeah, from time to time you're going to make those type of decisions. And so if we wouldn't have just kind of halted a little bit, you know what I mean, then it would have just went horrible. You know what I mean? And then that would have just made us feel worse to see this woman and, you know, the mom and the dad just lose their fucking children. Excuse my French. Because we were too quick to judge. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I'm glad that I waited because it made me feel so much better to do that. You know what I mean? And then when the dad came back, you know what I'm saying? When the dad came back, he was so grateful. You know what I'm saying? He was hugging everybody, all of us. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like damn near in tears. You know what I mean? So when you see all that, it's just like, whoa. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I did the right thing. So I'm saying that to say you guys, like, you know what? Let's just work on being a better us. We don't have to be perfect, you know what I mean? But sometimes you really do have to, like, just observe more and give the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you have to be gullible and things like that, but you just have to give people an opportunity and give people a chance. And that kind of ties into what I was talking about earlier because of the little frustration that I had going on. You know what I mean? Don't judge a book by its cover. You know what I mean? Yeah, if I come on here, yeah, my hair is in a bun. Yeah, I probably have a little lip gloss on. Yeah, my eyelashes are on. But guess what? It doesn't mean that I'm not sick inside. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like I have to prove that to anybody at the same time. But there are also times where I'm on here and I'm not like this. I was just on here yesterday morning, like laid out on the couch, like out of it. You know what I mean? But people are too quick to judge, you know what I mean? And then they just want to just nitpick and break people down just to make themselves feel better. So I'm saying that to go back to say, you know what, it can be very easy to be negative. You know what I'm saying? And it's very hard to be positive. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because, like, being negative, like, kind of fuels us in a certain way. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a deep thing to think about. But when it comes to being positive, like, you know what I mean, we have our moments where we can go there, but then when people take us to a different place, you know what I'm saying, we could go back into that negative way. Thank you so much, Veronica. Girl, you know I love you, boo. You know I love you, girl. I had to take a break from you, girl, because I was over here going broke, because every time I come to your house, I can't leave, and then I come out with 12 bags. But it's time for me to get some more, so just make sure you have my big bags and my color bags ready for me, because I'm coming. But I love you so much. I love all you guys so much. I'm so glad that I was able to come on here tonight and talk to you guys a little bit. You know what I mean? We were able to do a lot of things tonight. I was able to vent. You know what I mean? You guys were able to vent. You know what I mean? Marvin was on here. Met him for the first time. You are more than, like I said, you are more than welcome to message me. And anything you need to talk about, you are more than welcome to do so. You know what I mean? My channel and my page is open to anyone. If you want it to remain private, it will be confidential. If it's something that you feel like you want to share, or you want to share it yourself, that's what the invite is for. You know what I mean? You are more than welcome. However, like I always say, this page is positive and it's not negative, and it only takes 1 second to hit the block button. Okay? So the only thing that they haven't tried yet, they haven't tried to come in here yet. But I'm prepared, because I know at one point somebody's going to try to come in here and try me. But if they do, I got the finger ready. You know what I mean? So we just gonna make sure they get behind us. You know what I mean? Because we got a good thing going on, you guys. I want to keep it going. Okay. You know, I want to keep it going, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I want to make this bigger and take it globally. And just, you know what I'm saying, just so we can all just be empowered and love on one another and just inspire one another and be there, you know what I'm saying, when we all need each other. It's nothing wrong with that. That makes you feel good, you know what I mean? It makes you feel good to be able to love people and help people and be positive, you know what I mean? And still be yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing that I want to stress and make abundantly clear. You can be yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be politically correct in here all the time. You know what I mean? If you say a cuss word every now and again, that is you. You know what I mean? If you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Be yourself. So, on that note, you guys, I love you so, so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, if it is Jehovah's will, I'm going to try to get up earlier. I was up earlier this morning, you guys, for real. I was ready to go at like 9:45. And they said, it ain't gonna happen. So I'm gonna pray on it tonight that I get up early tomorrow morning so we can have this motivational talk. If I'm not able to get up at, you know, or to do it around 9 o'clock or 9:45-ish, I always try to do it between 9 and noon. So, and again, when I come on and I go live, I'm only able to tag 50 people in every live. So therefore, when I do tag people, I tend to miss people, and I don't want people to feel like that I purposely didn't tag you. It's not that, it's just that I only have 50 tags. So if you guys don't have your notifications on right now, you know what I mean, make sure that you get your notification and turn it on so that when I go live that you guys will get that, you know, the feedback or signal that I'm coming on, you know what I mean, and then you guys can watch. Okay, so on that note, I love you guys so, so much. Have a blessed night. Have an awesome night. Have a peaceful night. And rest. And you know what? Here's the thing we're going to do tonight, you guys. And I want to make sure that everybody that's watching this does this. You know what I mean? So once I say this, all I want you guys to do is just put a whole bunch of hearts and likes in the air. Because this is what I want y'all to do when we get off of this live. I want everybody to find a spot. Find a quiet spot. If you have a candle, light a candle. If you have an incense or a sage, burn it. You know what I mean? Turn off the TVs. Turn off the radios. Just turn everything off for like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? You can sit in the dark and just meditate and clear your mind. Clear your head. I promise you, I need to start doing it again. I usually do it every day. But I just been so wound up and so much was going on. And that's probably why things have been cloudy for me, because I kind of stopped doing it for a while. But I'm going to do it tonight. You know what I mean? So you guys do it as well. And we'll see how we feel in the morning. How about that? So I'm going to end this live because I got to go back and I got to watch it all over again and then tag his information in. But I love you guys so, so much. Thank you guys for listening in. Thank you for commenting and things like that. And one thing I can ask, you guys to do, if you guys can just possibly share this video, just press that button and share so that this video can get out to somebody who may need it. You know what I mean? Because we all were, fed spiritually tonight. And I know it's a lot of people out there that need to be fed as well. So if you all could just press that button and just share it, you know what I mean? That would be so awesome. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning or afternoon, okay? Bye-bye.